In one of the previous videos, we talked about rhythmic variations for scales. Today, I wanted to look at the sheet called Syncopated Scale Rhythms. It's in the large handout, and there's a link below this YouTube video if you want to download it, if you don't already have it. These are several different sheets where you have rhythms that you can put with scales, or honestly, you could put it with any sorts of music that you're working on. You could overlay the rhythms on that. In today's sheet, we have column 1, which is sort of like a 2/4 bar, and these are combinations which are pretty much what we were doing in the previous video with the simple scale variations. With this one, with this syncopated scale rhythms, I wanted to get a little more complicated, so we're going to do sort of combination rhythms, but then we're going to combine them with some tied rhythms. So for instance, you can just match column number 1 with A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Just 1A, 1B, 1C. That's what we're going to do that as a workout. I would suggest doing this for a second away from the bass though. Before you play it, don't just start playing, but see if you can say the rhythm. So for instance, 1 and A would, 1 and A would be ba 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 ba, or 1 and B would be bum ba 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 ba. For many of us, we tend to feel rhythms, especially if you listen. I don't know, if you listen to any music that has rhythmic parts in it, you tend to just sort of internalize it. And when we see it on a page, it can feel abstracted, and it's almost like it goes into our brain. But the rest of the parts of us who feel rhythm, especially if you're kinesthetic and you like to move to rhythm, somehow those get cut off. So for me, if I at least say it or tap it out, then it starts to feel a little more familiar than if I'm just sort of reading 1E and a 2E and making it very intellectual. So for me, I am a kinesthetic person, and so moving or sort of physically feeling the rhythm helps me to internalize it. The other thing I would say is that it can help to keep a constant subdivision going. So you can just sing na 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 na, just or da 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 da, whatever you have, just a running pulse underneath, not something that is really loud in your head, but just something subtle that just continuously goes, and see if that helps you stay right on track. Because sometimes sixteenths, if we're not careful, can start leaning into triplets or something like that. So see if you can keep a constant 16th note pulse going underneath it. So here we go. Let's try some out. Okay, for the first one, let's do G major 2-octave scale, and we're going to match 1 in column 1 with all the variations in column 2. So I'll call them out. Here we go. 1 and A. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a... Now 1 and B. 2, 3, 4. C. let's switch to a B flat scale. And let's look at the rhythm. So it's going to be bop, 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 bop. So matching that with A through H. Here we go. B flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 and B. 2 and C. 2 and D. 2 and E. 2 and F. 2 and G. 2 and H. 3, let's do number 3. Let's do it with C major. Again, just for a little variation. C major with all the combinations. 1, 2, 3, and a 4, and a... Sorry, 3 and B. 3 and C. 3 and D. 3 and E. 3 and F. 3 and G. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. 3 and H. 1, 2. One more for today, number 4, with all column 2. Let's stick with C major, and here we go. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. 4 and B. 4 and C. 4 and D. 4 and E. 4 and F. 4 and G. 1 and 2 and. Last one. 4 and H. 2, 3, 4. Alright, so some of those are a little bit brain teasers, but it's good practice both for your scale work and for your rhythm, and I hope you enjoy playing around with them some more.